can see the different areas. Obviously, in the outer portion of the U.S., they're going to have fewer than one every 2 years. When you look even a little further in, 1 or 2 a year, they get hit or affected by tornadoes. But when you're looking across here, down into here, this is where you're talking about the Gulf coming up and that cold, dry air coming across. This is the area that we're talking about that's going to be affected by our tornadoes. More than 6 a year, right? More than 6 a year, that's a problem. We keep hearing about those. And so here's your area known as Tornado Alley. Unless they have some open land there, that also tends to be a factor in why they get their tornadoes. So there you go. Here's that cold, dry air meeting with the warm, moist air. Nice big area that's affected. And it even branches out a bit further. My brother lived up here over in the Illinois area and ended up, his apartment was hit twice. Same apartment hit twice by a tornado, or by 2 different tornadoes. He was part of this area that was often affected. And then we have what we call the Fujita scale. How many of you have ever heard of the Fujita scale? You've heard of it? Has anyone else heard of it? Maybe a little? What do you think the Fujita scale does? What do you think it does? It predicts the severity of the tornado. Okay. Instead of predicting it, it determines the severity of the tornado. Go ahead.
Is it kind of like the Richter scale?
Okay. And what do we use the Richter scale for?
It like shows how bad earthquakes are.
Okay. And yep. So you're comparing it to an earthquake. In this case, we measure our severity of our tornadoes based on this. And so this we can refer to it as 0 based on wind speeds of 40 to 73 and based on damage. And the thing about the Fujita scale has a lot to do with how much damage is done to an area. If there's no damage done, then it's going to have a lower ranking on the Fujita scale. So if the tornado runs through an open field, it's going to be ranked lower on the Fujita scale. They determine the wind speeds based on the damage. So if it goes through a big city, higher amount of damage, it's going to rank higher on the Fujita scale. So just depends. Here we go. F0 to F1 tornadoes, they're weak tornadoes. 80% of all tornadoes fall under this category. Less than 5% of tornado deaths. Lifetime is 1 to 10 minutes. Path length up to 3 miles. Wind speeds are 60 to 115 miles per hour. This part I don't expect you to have written down. I just expect you to understand in general what the Fujita scale is responsible for. That's what you need to know. You don't have to write down each of those things. What I'm going to do is I will be stopping here for just a moment, but you're going to listen because I need Mr. Lavender to have a video of one specific thing, and so he's going to continue to take this, and so you're just going to pretend like you're here listening to it. Got it? Because I don't think he won't want to come back. All right, we've made it now to our blank slide. Is there anyone that has any questions about what we've learned today? I would like you to just take a few minutes to think about anything that you might have a question about tornadoes in. At this time, we're going to go ahead and start an activity related to our tornadoes. It's going to be called There's No Place Like Home. What we're going to do is we're going to make a tornado safety plan so we can reinforce the information that we just learned in our notes. Okay?